Welcome back. We're going to look at finding values of inverse functions from graphs. So much like we did in the previous IXL where we found the inverse functions from a table, we're going to use that same idea for the graph. So remember what I wanted you to think. You're going to think when y is whatever it is, what is x? So let's go ahead and look at our graph here. So the function f of x is invertible. Find inverse of -2. So we're going to go on our y-axis to -2. And we're going to go over and say, okay, what is x when y is -2? Well, x right here on this axis would be 3 when y is -2. The function f of x is invertible. Find inverse when y is -3. So again, on your y-axis, you're going to find -3, and you're going to go over to the function, the linear function, and you're looking for the x, or the input, which happens to be -6. The function f of x is invertible. Find inverse of -4. So we're going to go on our y-axis to -4. Well, at -4, x is 0. The function f of x is invertible. Find inverse of 10. So on our y-axis again, we go to 10, and what we're trying to figure out is on this linear function, when y is 10, what is x? Well, x is 6. Now this is a reflected exponential function, and we want to know what is the inverse, or the inverse of the function when y is -7. So let's go down to -7, which is right here, and we go to the function, and we see that x is 3 when y is -7. The function f of x is invertible. Find the inverse of the function when y is 0. So let's find 0, and we're going to go to the function, and it is when x is -1. The function f of x is invertible. Find the inverse when y is -4. So when y is -4, x is -2. The function f of x is invertible. Find the inverse of the function when y is -10. Now this may be your first time seeing this type of function. This is called a cubic function. In other words, it's where the leading term would be raised to the third power. So say you have y is equal to x cubed. This is called a cubic function. And you can think of it or try to remember it because it oftentimes looks like an S, like an upstanding S. So when y is -10, right here, what is x? It is -1. We're back to our exponential. So the function f of x is invertible. Find the inverse when y is 3. So we're going to go over here. Y is 3. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Y is 3 right here. So when y is 3, x is -1. The function f of x is invertible. Find the inverse when y is 0. So here y is 0, x is 5. The function f of x is invertible. Find the inverse when y is 8. So we're going to go up to 8 on the y-axis and go over until we find the function hits at 8, and x is 7. The function f of x is invertible. Find inverse when y is -3. Now this is a stretched or horizontally stretched absolute value function. So an absolute value function would look like this. And let's actually rotate it a little bit. So absolute value function looks like a V, and again the cubic function looks like a standing S. And sometimes it'll go this way as well. So f is -3. I said that backwards, excuse me. Y is -3, so we're going to do x would be 0. All right, take it to 100.